Can you promote your pawns? White is winning here, but you must find the best moves, and first off, there's only 4 things that you can play in this position. You can, of course, promote immediately, but black will simply take this, and of course you are not going to be winning from this position, so that only leaves you with 3 king moves, of which by far the most natural are either king to b7 or king to b8, because you can now push and promote your a pawn, and also your c pawn as well. The issue for you though is that black has the very pesky rook to b2 check, and the question is, where do you move your king? If you go into the corner into a8, well then black will simply take on c7, at which point you cannot move your king anywhere, you are blocking your own pawn, and because you don't have any legal moves here, this is actually a stalemate, and stalemate is a draw. If you try going up to a6 here, well then, very simply, black takes on c7 again. Yes, you can promote still, but black then gets a skewer, you move your king, they capture, here you are actually straight up losing. Lastly, you can of course go back to c8, but now black has the very annoying rotation that is over to h2 and then up to h8 check, and a good rule of thumb here is that if black ever gets control of that h8 check, it is not going to be winning because black will always have some sort of skewer. Here they're going to be able to sacrifice a rook. Yes, you recapture, but they take on c7, at which point this is just a dead draw. So king b7 here does not work, and for the same reasons, king to b8 does not work, rook to b2 check once again. So that only leaves you with one move, that being king over to d8, but that now runs into that annoying rotation, rook to h2 and up to h8 check here, and seemingly you cannot do anything. If you try promoting either pawn, then this is actually straight up checkmate, so that is really bad. If you try going to c8 here, well then black gets control over the 8th rank and you are not going to be winning this position. And if you try running over to e8, well then same story, black can take on c7, and yes, you can promote, but you are always going to be getting skewered here. So then what in the world are we going to do? Well then here we have the very nice move, that being promote, but not to a queen, instead to a knight. And this does 2 things. First off, you're attacking black's king and they are forced to move away here, and no matter where they move, you will always get some escape score for your king. That way rook to h8 is not a checkmate. And secondly, because of this, you can now promote into a queen anyways, because your knight also blocks the rook's vision. That way when you move your king, they cannot capture your queen, at which point this is simply a completely winning position.